So I'm going to hand it over to Reina now. And, Reina's going to check out the questions.
Um, Doctor, I don't see any questions coming because I think you've actually answered everything. Is raising her hand. Bhakti, if you can kindly type your question out. Reena is saying my husband has oozing sores.
Right.
So
And
just
so we always need to understand what the cause of it is. And like I said, is it because of eczema or an allergy? And whatever it is, we need to take those steps. And remember, if you don't remember everything that we did over here, this is on Facebook as well. It's going on Facebook Live right now. And it will be sent to you as a link once it's put on YouTube as well.
okay,
So you
Reena,
can always
sorry, doctor.
refer to it.
Yeah, sorry, doctor. She's saying, but after following the plant-based diet, it still comes back.
Okay. So if this is the situation, please do take a consultation so that we can figure out what's wrong and help you get back onto track.
Kritika has something similar following home cooked, no dairy food. Fruit is breakfast for more than 10 months, but still, 3-year-old kid faces allergy, wheezing, and skin issues.
Yes. So, everything doesn't go overnight. It does take time. I'm sure that, all of these people, Rosemary got results very quickly, but Shalini took some time and Raji took some time. And I'm really sure that all of us can get well, provided we take all the things out of the way. Like, often we don't realize that we have chemicals all around us in the house. We're using home care products full of chemicals or um, personal care products full of chemicals. So let's see where we can reduce. Also, many people think that they are totally plant-based and don't recognize that they're consuming biscuits that have milk powder and so on. So once you take a consultation, we will look into it and try to find out what the trigger is and how you can get rid of it. And given a little time, we will help you get free of these things.
Dr. Priya is asking, I have my 7-year-old who lives in Bangalore. They live in Bangalore. Since birth, he has a wheezing problem. Now he's advised to take inhalers. Should he take it or do the solutions in this talk?
Okay, so if the bronchoconstriction is so much that you can't breathe, you may have no choice but to take the inhaler temporarily, but eventually we have to get off them. So here's what I would advise. For those who feel that you're doing everything that I've said, please take a consultation. For those who are not yet doing everything I said, please do it. And if you're still not better, take a consultation.
Namrata saying, I have moved out of India recently and getting acclimatized to cold winter weather and negative temperature. It's hard to avoid hot waters. It's very cold to bear natural. Any advice?
It's very cold. What?
She's finding it hard to avoid hot water as it is very, very
Okay, no
cold to bear
problem.
neutral.
No problem. You shorten your baths. And if you really want to avoid hot water, what you can do is have a sponge bath with hot water at that time. And remember, when it's cold, we don't need to bathe that often. So just reduce that drying of the skin so much.
Dr. Kavita saying, I have insect bites during my trekking. After that, allergy development doesn't go those hives, keeps itching. She's not on it. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
insect.
So I know that there are so many problems like this. So here's what we have to do. We have to look into what are we doing. For example, Rosemary thought she was doing everything. She didn't even come to the 21-day program to get rid of her skin allergies and her eczema or any of that. Like she didn't even think she could. It happened by itself. Imagine. If it can happen to her, why can't it happen to you? But we have to clean up first, right?
Dr. Preeti saying, my mom has very bad cold every few days with sneezing. Can't figure out what she's allergic to. Please guide.
Yeah, so if she's first of all, never mind figuring out. First of all, you follow all the guidelines that I've suggested. That means at least cut out all the animal products, whole food, plant-based, organic. check and supplement vitamin B12 and D. And then if you still have problems, then we can do consultations.
Dr. Anukriti is asking, I have a mild breathing which is undiagnosed. I have done tests and shown to doctors, but just find it hard to pull the breath like it is heavy.
Yes. Okay. So, like, I really thank you for sharing all these symptoms. It just shows how much people are suffering from diseases that most of them don't need to suffer from anymore. Now, honestly, I don't know what more to tell you, but here's what I do want to tell you, that our body always works to heal. And if you have a problem, it is because you've done something which is not natural to us. And that's the beauty, that these things are usually reversible. Are you ready to make those changes?
Dr. Bhavna is asking, dissolving camphor in coconut oil will it help with the skin problem?
Okay, so it may help and it may not help, but the cause of the skin problem is not lack of camphor and coconut oil. And therefore, it will not solve the problem. In order to solve the problem, you have to remove the causes of the problem.
Dr. Vimla is saying, I've started producing a lot of mucus after COVID in February. Doctor had put me on 1 week steroid and antibiotics after one night when I couldn't breathe properly at night. What to do about this mucus?
Okay, so the things are all, the solutions are all the same, but we have to remember that during COVID, we did a lot of wrong things, right? Could be the hand sanitizers, the vaccinations for COVID. So many people have got allergies after that as well, right? Or getting, as I told you right in the beginning, that the vaccinations in children are one of the causes of eczema. So we have to look at what is the cause. At least, obviously, you can't remove the vaccinations, but we can do all the other things. And once we have done that, let's look into it. So, any of you who feel you have done everything, please do join a consultation if you're ready to get rid of it. And if you don't want to join a consultation, of course, our retreats are always open to you.
Dr. Priya is asking, is there a proper method or procedure to take steam to ease wheezing?
The best way to take steam is to make sure that you're fully covered and you're breathing in the steam, and then not suddenly uncover. So don't suddenly go from hot to cold, but wait there a while. And then, as I told you, lie on your abdomen with your head off the bed and have someone pat on the back so that the mucus can come out. The goal of all of this is to cleanse from within. So take out all the things that can harm and cleanse from within.
Dr. Poonam is asking, she's asthmatic for more than 40 years. Does she have hope?
Rosemary, would you like to answer that? How long were you suffering from all these problems?
It wasn't asthma exactly. I had bronchial issues long back, which had resolved. But my allergies, they just gradually. Well, it's in 5 years definitely I have no allergy flare up. Um, it was gradual, and I did not even realize that things were getting better until I suddenly, thought one day, wow, no more allergies.
But how
But
many years did you suffer from it before you started getting better? Like, how long did you have it?
from the allergies, I had allergies from when I was small.
Right.
And then I moved to London in my early 30s, and it just exploded. All the allergies exploded. And it was there that I had terrible eczema and allergies and rashes all the time, because my food was not very good, not a healthy environment, food environment. So I
So
had
the
for
history was quite long, right? Quite a
it
number
was
of
it
years.
was it was very
So would
many
you
years.
say that if someone has suffered from it for a number of years, they still have hope?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I suffered for many, many years. Yeah.
right. So remember, there's always hope if you are willing to take charge of your health.
Okay, Dr. Kavita is asking which shampoo and moisturizer we should use.
Um, so you know what? In the past, we were not using chemical shampoos and moisturizer. We were using Rita for shampoo, and often we were using maybe chickpea flour or moong flour or something like that for our body. Now, how can we minimize all the chemicals and use something as simple as and natural as possible, right?
Dr. Chandana is asking, I'm not sure if it's called having adenoid enlargement and currently using medications naming allergen immunotherapy for the past 2 months due to dust, pollen, and few food allergies, sneezing, and mainly from sugar. Is surgery the only solution to this, or can an adenoid enlargement be cured naturally?
Adenoid enlargement can definitely be cured.
Okay. Bhakti is saying my husband has hives and red line that give unbearable itching. It comes every 2 to 3 days, sometimes every alternate day since 1 years. Tried omitting many things in this diet, but did not help. Also took homeopathy, but still he has Allegra 220 every time it comes. Omitting dairy would be the lifetime thing as my husband is a big time on chai. So omitting dairy would
So,
be.
you know what? If we are doing something wrong, we have to suffer the consequences. I can't help you. I can't help those who are unwilling to change in order to stop suffering. But I do want to assure you that our lifestyle changes are fun. And it's usually more fun to be healthy, even though you might be deprived of a few things, than it is to be sick like this.
So
Gosh,
Bhakti
I don't
would
know
like
how people even deal with these kind of illnesses.
Bhakti would like to go for a consultation. And I always think, doctor, that people don't listen to their own family members, but when a third person tells them, it somehow makes sense and they do it. And especially when it comes from you, like from a doctor. So I
Right.
guess that's a wise decision.
Yes,
Um,
and also, you know what? When you take a consultation, you are committing to yourself to do something, right? Like, so that helps. It's like, when you go to enroll for a gym, then you're committing to do that exercise. So let's try to make that commitment. And especially since now this is the end of the year, and this can be your New Year resolution to get well. Get well in 2024. We
yeah,
can't afford to be sick anymore.
Dr. Shalini shared that she had a history of 25 years of asthma and is totally free from it. So
Thank you, Shalini, for sharing that. Yeah, 25 years gone. So 25 years or 40 years, what difference does it make? Let's get rid of it now.
Priya saying, hi, doctor, how long should we wait to see if the solution provided in the stock is working on us?
See, this is a lifestyle. Either you're ready for it or not. If you're ready for it, even if it takes some time, you will get the result. For example, Shalini started taking steps and got some results, and it took some time, and then she finally got the results. But she has been 5 years totally without medicines now, right? And she started her journey before that. Just because she started her journey doesn't mean that she became totally well overnight. But she started her journey and she became well after some time. So, how long it will take, I can't really tell you because I don't know what is the cause and why you got it and how your overall health is and how bad your lifestyle is. I don't know. But I can assure you that if you're ready to change, it will get well.
Dr. Gajanan is asking, can edema be cured? What steps needs to be taken for a 70-year-old woman?
So, edema is a symptom, and it can be a symptom of heart disease or it could be a symptom of kidney disease. So, you really need to take a consultation. One has to see all the medications and then opine.
Dipali saying, my husband is 65 years old. Can his enlarged prostate be cured? He's on whole food plant-based diet and vegetarian. So maybe this needs to be cleared.
Yeah. So, plant based, we just have to remember that dairy is not plant based, right? And so, if he's vegetarian, then he's not whole food plant based. So usually, we can find little things that you can improve to get well. So if he's willing, now here's the thing. All of us want somebody else to improve, isn't it true? But the only person that we can change is ourselves. So let's start with us. If you get better, like when Shalini got better, her family started understanding, right? So we have to look and see what we can do. So I do know that all of you want to tell me your personal history, and I want to tell you that when we do a consultation, we have a patient data form that's a page long. We understand so many things. We also understand like what is the history, what are the different diseases that are together in this person, what are the medications that they're on. We look at all the tests and then guide them. Honestly, you can't guide without doing all of this.
Dr. Gajanan is asking, can the water retention in legs be reduced, which has been caused due to side effects of high blood pressure medicines?
Why not?
Neelam has shared that she had eczema from birth. At age 57 years old, she came across your workshop in UK. She stopped dairy. Within a year on the vegan diet, she was completely free of all eczema and allergies, still free and still vegan. And
Imagine what was the time?
57 years.
Yeah, but what was the time it took to get free?
Yeah.
1 year only, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that amazing? So if she can do it, so can you. Neelam, thank you for sharing that.
Sri Charan is sharing, by following whole food plant-based, I've improved as an endurance runner, and cyclists can run half marathon distance comfortably, and transitioning from cycling over 100 kilometers to trying my 100-mile cycling ride on plant power. Grateful to Sharan India team for their continued advocacy on healthy living.
Wonderful, Sri Charan. And just imagine also Shalini. Shalini couldn't climb one flight of stairs and now she's running marathons. Just imagine.
But
Amazing, Sri Charan. Go ahead, Reena.
okay, Manju has just shared that on taking your advice, my skin has become okay in a month. In a month.
Wow, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Congratulations and thank you for sharing. All I want to say before we end is that our health is in our own hands.
I just want to end, as she said, it is health that is our real wealth and not pieces of silver and gold. And so let's invest in truly what matters. Thank you, everyone, for coming today, and wishing you from all of us at Team Sharan great health always. Bye bye.